Hello YouTube. It is, I believe it's August 8th. Just doing a quick update to show you guys my 29-gallon aquarium. Just got some driftwood in there that I made myself, that I picked up from a creek near my house. Not exactly sure what this tank is going to be, or what it's going to look like in the end, but once I get it all completed, I'll finish out the video and you guys can see what it turned into. How's everybody doing today, YouTube? Just gonna do a quick update on my 29-gallon that I've been trying to get set up. Just haven't had a whole lot of time. Been working on some other projects, and my last video I think I showed you the 29-gallon that I set up, or the 20-gallon rather, the 20 long that I set up with the white clouds. I've added some other fish to that, and I'll do a video on that here in a little bit. But this is my 29-gallon. It is Friday, October 11th now. I think I've had this thing sitting in here since around August. Got a big piece of driftwood in there. Got that from the local creek by my house. Runs off of the Mississippi River here in St. Louis. Lots of small creeks. So I like to walk the creeks, find rocks, big pieces of driftwood. This one fits good in the tank. The ones I did have in there in a previous video that I shot, I've ended up using in other tanks. Like I used, there was a pretty long one that stretched the whole length of the tank. I ended up using that one in my 29, or my 20 long rather. So yeah, this one I got a sponge filter that I made in the back. I'm gonna have a hang-on back over there. Not that one. I'm gonna wind up getting a penguin because I like those better. Like I said, I got my big piece of driftwood. I got some dragonstone down there. This rock here came from Home Depot. I'm going to add some black rock to it, but eventually I'll have fish in it, and I'll just, once everything's completed, I'll put everything together and kind of try to show you guys the transformation. Well, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, YouTube. Back to the 29-gallon. I have it filled with water. I got some hardscaping done. I got some stem plants out of my other tanks. Some jungle val, some Laguidia repens, some bacopa. I even got some water sprite back there. I got some Java fern stuck into the driftwood. This piece of driftwood was about twice this size. I got it out of my creek where I get all my driftwood from, and it I think it fits pretty good in here. Alright, I'm gonna let these plants grow in. This is just a kit light they got on here. I'm going to get a beams work like I got on there and put it over top of here so that way the whole thing gets light, because right now just the driftwood gets lit up. So stay tuned. Happy Halloween, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing good today. Here in St. Louis it is freezing cold. It was snow flurrying this morning, and now they're saying the temperature tonight for trick-or-treating is going to be hovering around 33, 34. So I think we're going to take my 6-year-old daughter to the mall to do some trick-or-treating. They do that for about an hour. And she already got plenty of candy from her school's trunk or treat. And I think we're going to head to Grandma and Grandpa's and then call it a night, because nobody will be able to see her costume anyway with all the coats she would have to wear to go door to door. So I think that's going to be our night. Anyone with kids out there, hope you guys have a fun and safe evening. We're looking at my 55-gallon Live Bear tank. My cat Betty decided to come up and join me while I was filming. Say hello, Betty. And yeah, not much new in this tank. I think since the last time, you know, plants are all growing in really well. I think all my Guppy Endler hybrids from the Leopard Endlers I had are doing well. My female beta still looking fantastic and doing well. That's a new guppy I put in there a few weeks ago. Just really good coloring to her. Nothing much else new going on in here. Got my 20 long White Cloud tank. They're all hiding in the back right now. There's about 15 or 20 of them in there. But the reason for the video is I finally set up the 29-gallon. I've had this sitting here since, I believe it was early August is when I set it in here. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with it or what I wanted to put in it. I kept going back and forth. I knew I wanted to do Live Bears because those are my favorite. And the one Live Bear that's locally available that I have never tried was Molly's. And I saw Jeff from Jeff's Aquarium Enjoyment. I saw he set up a 29 with some sailfin mollies and some swordtails. And that really got me thinking, you know, mollies are the only fish I haven't tried keeping yet. So I finally got this set up. As you guys saw, the progress of how this was going. Obviously, I had a few different pieces of driftwood in there. Ultimately settled on this one. It was quite a bit longer. You know, I had it hanging in my garage for quite a while. I had anticipated using it in a much larger aquarium, but you know, once I cut it down, it fit perfectly in here. Let me get you guys a better shot at what's going on in here. So here's the driftwood. It goes all the way from end to end almost. I have a piece of slate with a hole drilled in it, with a screw going into the driftwood there, and then there's another large piece of slate buried underneath the gravel that's attached to this to keep it down, because there was no way it was going to sink for quite some time. I had it floating in a big Rubbermaid tub for over a month, and it was still floating. You know, I got a big rock pile over here. I got these from Home Depot. It was like $3 for a whole big bag of them. They call them large river pebbles. So what I did was, I have a whole bunch in a circle down here, and then I took some flat stones and put them over the top, and then I put more rocks on top. So essentially and then I stuffed two of the openings with Java moss. Around the back side, there's actually a couple decent size openings where fish can actually get in there and, you know, hide out or get away if they're getting stressed out or whatnot. I also got some dragonstone. I got a piece of dragonstone here. I got another one in the back that I'm probably going to wind up moving. You know, some more Java moss
It's a combination of Java moss and Christmas moss shoved underneath here. Some Bacopa. I got some hornwort and a little bit of water sprite floating right now just for the babies. Yeah, Java fern stuffed into the Dragonstone. I also got some Java fern stuffed into the driftwood. Got some Anacharis in the back. I also got some Jungle Val that's growing in nice. Betty decided to come up and say hello again. Hello, Betty. Yeah. So right now, as far as the fish go, I have 5 black mollies in this tank. Betty likes to watch them a lot. Maybe she'll let me continue filming. So yeah, I have 5 black mollies, 4 females, 1 male. And then I have 3 Dalmatian mollies, 2 females, 1 male. And then I have 2 gold dust mollies. You can see right there, those are both females, but it looks like one of them's, looks like that one might be pregnant. I know that one of my black mollies is pregnant, and I've had these in here for about 3 weeks. And about a week ago, I came down and saw a bunch of babies. I didn't have any floating plants in there or anything yet, so I grabbed plants out of my other aquariums and tossed them in. And there were, I think I counted 8 or 9 originally when I first saw them a couple weeks ago. And actually it was about a week ago. And now, for the last few days, for about the last 3 or 4 days, I consistently count 5 or 6. And they're openly out swimming, usually. Betty, what are you doing? Come here. And they're usually out openly swimming with the adults. The adults don't seem to chase them anymore. So I think I'm going to wind up probably with about 5 in total. And which is good. I'm probably going to wind up giving a few of them away to a friend of mine who has an aquarium with some mollies in it. And I'm hoping that the gold dust molly, this one here, I'm hoping that one, has some babies pretty soon. And eventually what I'll do is, as you can see here, Betty needs lots of attention today, guys. Right, Betty, Betty? All right, come on. Alright, so anyway, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of hornwort here in the corner of my tank, and I made a comment on a video, one of Jeff's videos a little while back, about how I kind of keep it in place. You can see there's a suction cup attached to the side of the aquarium, and what I do is, it's one of those, it's one of those C suction cups that come with the heaters and stuff like that. And what I do is, I just take a whole clump of the Java moss and I just shove it into that C and to where it's pretty tight, and then I can place it wherever I want to, and it stays put. And the fry can hide in there, and I'm probably gonna wind up taking a lot of this and clamping it, towards the back corner and a little higher up, just to give them another place. I did notice at night all the babies hide in here. They all hang out in here in the Java moss and in between the rocks and stuff. So I'm glad that's worked out well for them. The Other thing I was going to show you guys is the light. I've got another one of all my aquariums have these DIY Carby. I can't even pronounce it right now. These lids, I always cut a polycarbonate. That's the word I'm looking for. I always cut a small square out of the front so I can feed them, and then I just slide that right back over. It's very easy to cut. You know, I cut out my air lines and everything. And on here I got a Beamswork light. I have those on pretty much all my aquariums. Really happy with the way they grow plants, really happy with the way they light up the tank. Just very pleased with them overall. Got a sponge filter right now, large sponge filter in the back. Got it out of one of my existing aquariums just to, you know, automatically cycle the tank, you know, with the good bacteria. And I put one of my DIY sponge filters in the tank that I had that in. And I guess that's it, guys. Very happy with the way everything turned out. Very excited about the babies already. And I'm going to be adding more mollies to the tank. Haven't decided if I'm going to go with the sailfin mollies yet or not. I think I'm going to get some orange colored mollies and maybe some white ones, and then go from there. But I will make another video as soon as I get some more mollies in here. Alright, hope you guys have a safe Halloween. Thanks for watching.